Welcome to Daily English Dose Podcast. Hey. Okay, are we recording already?
I think we are, unless this is just a very deep warm-up conversation.
Either way, it already feels like a good start.
It does. Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Daniel.
And I'm Aisha, and today feels like one of those conversations we really need. Not just for you, but honestly for us too.
Yeah, because let's be real, staying motivated these days, it's not easy.
Not at all, especially in a world where everything is competing for your attention.
Notifications, social media, endless scrolling,
Overthinking,
comparison.
self-doubt.
Yeah, it's a lot.
But before we dive in, how are you today, Daniel?
I'd say a mix of focused and distracted. You know that feeling?
Oh, completely. Like you want to do something meaningful, but your mind keeps pulling you somewhere else.
Exactly. I sat down to work this morning and suddenly I was watching a video about how ants build their colonies.
No way.
I swear. And I was like, how did I even get here?
That is so relatable. For me, it's like I open my phone to reply to one message, and 20 minutes later, I'm watching random reels.
And you don't even remember the original message.
Exactly. It's like your brain just disappears for a while.
And that's exactly why today's topic matters so much.
Yes, so to all our listeners listening, welcome. We're really happy you're here with us.
And today, we're not just talking at you, we're talking with you.
Think of this as a real, honest conversation about something we all struggle with.
So, Aisha, let's start with this. Why do you think it's so hard to stay motivated nowadays?
I think one big reason is overstimulation. Our brains are constantly being fed quick rewards. Like scrolling gives you instant entertainment, notifications gives you instant attention, and videos give you instant excitement.
And real goals?
Real goals take time.
Yeah, that's powerful.
Motivation used to come from within, but now we're trained to look for it outside.
Wow, yeah, like we wait for something to excite us before we act.
Exactly, instead of creating our own momentum.
So true. And I think another problem is comparison.
Oh yes, that silent motivation killer.
You open social media and suddenly everyone seems more successful, more productive, more confident.
And your brain goes, what am I doing with my life?
Yeah, even if 5 minutes ago you were feeling fine.
That's the scary part. Distraction doesn't just waste time, it changes how you feel about yourself.
That's deep.
It is, because motivation is not just about energy, it's about belief.
Belief in yourself.
Yes, belief that what you're doing matters.
So if distractions are so powerful, how do we actually fight them?
I don't think we fight them.
Interesting.
I think we understand them first.
Explain that.
Okay, instead of saying I'm lazy or I lack motivation, we should ask what is pulling my attention?
So you're not blaming yourself.
Exactly, you're observing yourself.
That's a big shift.
It is, because once you understand your distractions, you can start managing them.
So what's one distraction you've learned to manage?
My phone.
Of course.
I realized something. I wasn't lacking motivation, I was just too accessible to distractions. So I started doing something simple. I keep my phone in another room when I work.
That's it?
That's it.
And it works?
It works more than motivation ever did.
That's actually brilliant because you're not forcing yourself to be strong.
You're just making distraction harder.
Wow, that's practical.
Motivation becomes easier when distractions become harder.
I love that line. I'm stealing that.
Go ahead.
For me, one thing that helped is breaking tasks into smaller steps.
Oh, yes.
Because sometimes we're not distracted, we're just overwhelmed.
That's so true.
Like if I say, I need to study for 3 hours, my brain goes, nope.
Same.
But if I say, let me just start for 10 minutes.
It feels doable.
Exactly.
And once you start, motivation follows.
That's the funny thing. Motivation often comes after action, not before.
Yes, that's a big misconception.
People think, I'll start when I feel motivated.
But it's actually, I'll feel motivated when I start.
That shift alone can change everything.
Absolutely.
And you know what I'm realizing?
What?
Staying motivated is not about being perfect.
It's about coming back again and again.
Yes, that's it.
And that's something every learner listening right now can do.
Exactly. You don't need perfect discipline.
You just need to start, pause, restart, and keep going.
And we're right here with you in that journey.
Always.
You know, something just came to my mind.
What is it?
I think a lot of people believe motivation is something big, like a sudden burst of energy.
Yeah, like a magical moment where everything just clicks.
Exactly. But in reality, motivation is often very quiet.
Quiet?
Yeah, it's that small voice that says, just do a little today.
Oh, that's powerful.
It doesn't shout, it doesn't force, it just gently pushes you forward.
And I think many people ignore that voice because it feels too small.
Yes, but those small actions, they build something big over time.
That reminds me of something. Consistency beats intensity.
Always.
Because intensity comes and goes, but consistency, that's what shapes your life.
And in a distracted world, consistency is like a superpower.
It really is, because distractions are designed to break consistency.
Especially when things get boring.
Oh yes, boredom is dangerous.
Very dangerous.
The moment something feels repetitive, our brain goes, let's find something more exciting.
And that's when people quit.
Exactly. Not because they can't do it, but because it's stopped feeling exciting.
So maybe the real skill is learning to stay even when it's boring.
That's deep. Staying when it's not fun anymore.
Yes, because that's where real growth happens.
I completely agree, and honestly, that's something I struggled with.
Really?
Yeah, I used to jump from one thing to another, always chasing excitement.
And what changed?
I realized every meaningful goal has a boring phase.
That's so true.
Whether it's learning English, building a habit, working on your career,
There's always a phase where it feels slow.
and if you quit there, you never see the results.
So instead of escaping boredom, we should learn to sit with it.
Yes, and maybe even redefine it.
Redefine?
Yeah, instead of calling it boring, call it progress in disguise.
I like that.
Because just because something feels slow doesn't mean it's not working.
That's such an important reminder.
Another thing I've noticed is environment matters a lot.
Oh, definitely.
If you're surrounded by distractions, staying motivated becomes 10 times harder.
That's true. Your environment can either support you or sabotage you.
Exactly. Like if your phone is always next to you,
You're going to check it.
it's almost automatic.
So, one practical thing learners can do is design their environment.
Yes, make it easier to focus.
Keep your study space clean.
Reduce unnecessary noise.
Maybe even set a specific time for focused work.
That's important because when you give your mind structure,
It becomes easier to stay consistent, and structure actually reduces decision fatigue.
oh yes, that's a big one. When you don't have to constantly decide when should I start, you just start.
Exactly. You remove that mental resistance.
You know what else affects motivation?
Hmm?
Energy.
Oh, absolutely.
Sometimes we think we're unmotivated, but we're just tired.
That's so true. Lack of sleep, poor routine.
It all affects your ability to focus.
So, taking care of your body is also part of staying motivated.
Definitely, motivation is not just mental, it's physical too.
Eat well, sleep well, move your body.
And suddenly, focusing doesn't feel so hard.
It's all connected.
Everything is connected.
I want to say something directly to our listeners.
Go ahead.
If you're listening to this and you've been struggling to stay motivated, please know this: you're not alone.
Yeah,
It's not because you're weak or lazy or incapable,
it's because the world around you is full of distractions.
and you're learning how to navigate it.
That's an important perspective.
Be patient with yourself.
And don't expect perfection.
Even if you fall off track,
Come back.
even if you lose focus,
Restart.
even if you feel like giving up,
Take a small step.
because small steps, they still move you forward.
Always.
And one day you'll look back and realize you didn't give up.
And that matters more than anything.
This feels like a conversation I needed too.
Same here, honestly.
So we're learning along with our listeners.
Always. We're all in this together.
And to everyone listening, thank you for being here with us.
We truly appreciate your time, your attention, and your effort to grow.
Because choosing to listen, to learn, to improve in a distracted world, that itself is a big step.
And we're really proud of you for that.
Before we wrap up,
Hmm?
remember this. Motivation is not something you wait for.
It's something you build,
Slowly, patiently,
step by step.
and you can do it.
You absolutely can.
And don't forget, we're coming back with more amazing topics.
Yes, even more interesting, more practical, and more powerful conversations.
So make sure you come back again.
Join us next time.
Bring your curiosity.
And your willingness to grow.
Until then, take care of yourself,
Stay focused
stay consistent.
and keep moving forward.
Bye, everyone.
See you soon.